Welcome to the Filmistines, the double-featured podcast. Join us as we unravel the interwoven experience and the continuous conversation of cinema. Take part in pairing movies with their cursed counterparts, movies that share DNA, or even pairing questionable duos. By joining our Patreon at patreon.com/Filmistines, we offer tiers at the $1, $5, and $20 level, where the $5 tier grant the ability to request films to further the discussion. So grab some popcorn, sit back, and get ready to join the 100-year conversation. This is the Filmistines, where movies are more than just entertainment, they're an experience.
They're an experience.
All around you. And welcome back to another episode of the Filmistines. Thank you guys for joining us today. I'm joined today by my award-winning friend, Ben Affleck. I mean, Lucy.
Hello, everyone.
You can join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for brand new episodes of the Filmistines. Some recent episodes include Poor Things, our Academy Awards predictions, if you're interested in knowing who won that $500, Richard Jewell, All of Us Strangers, and a wombo combo of Dune 1 and 2. Remember to leave nice comments, thoughts, and ideas over on our Patreon at patreon.com/Filmistines. Remember to leave nice comments, thoughts, and ideas over on our Patreon. Come subscribe, come write in, come request a movie. We appreciate all the support. Thank you guys so much.
Are you stressed and filled with anxiety like I am? Maybe in a bit of pain from that car accident you had a few years ago? Well, the sponsor of today's episode, Hempville CBD, has us covered. They have the highest quality products created by chemists and doctors. Hempville carries everything from CBD to THC dispensary grade without those despicable dispensary prices. Order your Delta 8, 9 edibles and vapes along with the THCA flower and get free shipping when you spend $50 or more at HempvilleCBD.com. Check out the link in the description for more details.
But today, we have another special episode. I promise not every episode is going to be special.
Yeah, it is.
Today, we are celebrating our 1-year anniversary of making episodes, covering movies. Very exciting. And as a climax of the award-giving season, after the Oscars, right? We're going to give our own awards out here at the Filmistines. But not just for 2023 movies, but from all the movies from our first year. Now that all the dust has settled, we've sat with these movies for a very long time now. I'm very excited to hear where things kind of place for you. In no order of importance, we'll start off with favorite genre. My favorite genre was horror.
Yeah, not too surprised there. My favorite genre award goes to Korean films.
Okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's good.
There were some good Korean films we covered. Decision to Leave, The Host, Okja. I mean, some of the best.
Past Lives.
But horror was definitely my second choice.
Yeah, things like Evil Dead Rise, Hereditary, Godzilla, When Evil Lurks. Can't help but just love horror.
Yep, for sure.
All right, next on my list is favorite actor or character. And I have down Mahershala Ali from Moonlight. No surprise, maybe. I gushed about him in our episode.
Good pick. Good pick. I don't think you'd ever guess what mine is. But mine goes to Robert Shaw, who plays Quint in the beloved movie Jaws. Now our next award is for favorite actress/character. My winner is Kathy Bates, who plays Bobby Jewell and Richard Jewell.
That's awesome. Good
yes.
job. I'm giving my award to Song Se-ro from Decision to Leave. She's the co-star with, the cop, where they fall in love.
Yeah, bitch is crazy. That's a good pick.
And, of course, shout out to Emma Stone.
Oh, yeah, I was going to give a shout out to Joaquin Phoenix for our favorite best actor, but I forgot to say it. So shout out to Joaquin Phoenix.
Which role?
All of them? Can he be all of them?
Oh, okay.
For voice acting Brother Bear.
Okay,
for Beau is Afraid. We have an exclusive episode where we rank M. Night Shyamalan's filmography. So from The Village, I mean, every role he's in.
Signs.
I
hear that.
Yes. Can't wait for more of his, but sorry to steal the thunder from the girls here.
All right, and our next award is for Best Beth. What's a Beth?
So a Beth is a really terrible actor/actress. Someone who just should have not been on the screen. And that endearing name comes from a 2022 film called Maneater. Go watch it. It's awful, but it's great. And you'll see Beth and you'll say, oh my God, who hired her? So that's a Beth.
And my best Beth award goes to Bruna Marquezine. And of course, that's Jenny Cord from Blue Beetle.
What a coincidence. My best Beth award also goes to Bruna, who plays Jenny Cord in Blue Beetle.
Congratulations, Bruna. You got
Good
2
job.
awards here.
That doesn't even require any explanation. Let's move on to our next award, Best Use of Budget. This one was a little hard, so I have a honorary award to present. But the winner is Hereditary, in my opinion. They did a phenomenal job with $10 million. My honorary award goes to The Whale.
That's funny. I was bouncing around those 2 movies in my head, too. Hereditary, I would say it's something to study as far as production goes.
Yes.
But my best use of budget award goes to The Whale.
Okay. I mean, both of those movies are very exceptional and definitely made great use of their budget.
Our next award is for Best Cry. And I'm giving my award to Koji Yakusho, who plays Hirayama at the end of Perfect Days, the Wim Wenders masterpiece.
That's a good pick. I also had that in my mind. It's a beautiful cry. But my best cry award goes to the movie that not only had a lot of crying in it and a lot of emotion in it, but also made me cry and has made me cry multiple times. And that's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. No explanation needed. The movie starts out with his very sad eyes. So, clear winner for me. The next award goes to the best scare. Also hard, especially because I'm a scaredy cat, but nothing tops Insidious. That movie is not only scary in a lot of different ways too, not just a scary character, the chapstick demon, but scared me for days in a row, I'd say. I was scared to look in my rear view mirror. I had to check my back seats every time I got in my car for like 3 days there. I mean, it was a rough movie the first time I watched it.
It's probably James Wan's best film.
Yeah.
My best scare award is going to Peter from Hereditary when he's responding to Charlie's death. Because I had a hard time picking a best scare because I don't get scared during films or after films. They don't have that kind of effect on me. So I was like, how can I spin this?
Yes, that's a trauma scare. That's like I wouldn't even know how to react in real life kind of scare. That's good. That's a good pick.
The next award is for Best Villain or Bad Guy. And my selection is the mom from Evil Dead Rise.
Oh, that's a good pick. You're going to think mine is funny. My award goes to Antonio Salieri from Amadeus.
That's a good one. That's also a really good one. I didn't think about that.
He's not a traditional villain, but he is a conniving motherfucker. But that's a good pick too. All right, the next award goes to the biggest letdown. My award is going to, and this was very hard to pick, but it's going to Insidious: The Red Door.
That's a good one. I fully expected The Red Door to suck.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I did not.
I was like, Patrick Wilson directing, this is going to be a train wreck. And I can't wait.
See, Patrick Wilson has worked with him. He knows the ways. I thought he had learned something, but he did not. I do have 3 honorary awards for biggest letdowns for me. Barbie, The Exorcist Believer, and Blue Beetle. I was very much looking forward to Blue Beetle. I really was. George Lopez, fighting, suits.
I'm giving my biggest letdown award to Inception.
Inception.
And whether it's due to the runaway hype and just global love for that movie, having some kind of infectious distortion happening. So I hate to say it, truthfully, but because I really wanted to like Inception. I want to like a lot of Christopher Nolan movies. I've come to realize that I'm not a Christopher Nolan fan for the most part. I think he makes fine films, of course, undeniably. Oppenheimer's very good. But I did want to shout out The Iron Claw, too.
For disappointing me.
Sean Durkin, thanks.
Those are good picks.
All right. Our next award is for best dialogue in a film. And my selection is, I don't know it exactly, but when Charlie tells Liz that he always wheezes in The Whale.
Oh, yes.
But shout out to Poor Things, probably the overall best written movie of all time.
That's a good pick. It's a very well delivered line by Brendan Fraser. He won, right? Best actor?
Yeah.
Last year at the Oscars. Good job, Brendan. I have 2 best lines. I couldn't quite decide which one to go with because they're both very good in my opinion. The first one is, describing Endora is like dancing to no music, by Mr. Gilbert Grape from What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Very sad, very melancholy, and just explains the film, really. And the next one just made me laugh. It's so fun. And it's from Flaming Hot, where the dad says, people are always trying to throw away the brown ones. Very good line. You gotta watch it to see it, but it's so good. The next award goes to the best monster or kaiju. And my pick should be very obvious. Goes to Mr. Godzilla.
Yeah, mine is also Godzilla.
I didn't differentiate from the OG and the new one because I love both for different reasons. So it's just him. It's just Godzilla.
Oh, mine's definitely -1 Godzilla.
-1 Godzilla?
Specifically, maybe the first, 5 minutes when they're on the island when he's small.
Oh, yeah, that was good, yeah. No, I love Derpy Godzilla. I love it. I love that suit. That suit is nice. Although I am giving a shout out to Bruce from Jaws.
Our next award is for best sequel or prequel. And mine is obviously John Wick 4.
Oh, that was not obvious to me.
Oh.
I didn't know what you were going to say, but...
Oh, okay.
That was not obvious. All right. My award goes to Saw X. But I am giving a shout out to The Hunger Games. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, something like that. Okay.
Yeah. The next award goes to your favorite child. Which little kid was your favorite? My award's going to Steven, played by Bryce Gonzalez from Flamin' Hot. I did want to give the award to Leo DiCaprio and What's Eating Gilbert Grape, but apparently he was 19 when that was filmed, so he didn't count.
This is a tough category for me because I am so annoyed by children in movies.
Children in general.
But it was mostly clear, after some thought, and that is young Chiron from Moonlight.
Oh, yes.
And that's in part because he was so quiet.
Yes.
In the film. Very nice.
Yeah, that's
But
very
also
nice.
A super shout out to our boys from Monster.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about them. Well, Bryce, I'm not taking your award away, but but yeah, super shout out to them. I almost thought also Daniel from Anatomy of a Fall, just because all the child actors we have here are so limited, but I mean, he still did a great job too.
He did pretty good, I will say. Yeah, totally. Especially his little experiment on the dog.
I know.
Come on. That's awesome.
I also love that the dog was at the Oscars.
That was hilarious.
That was awesome. And it was clapping too. Oh, I loved it.
All right. Our next award is for a personal favorite. Our favorite old person in a film. And my selection is, of course, Byung Hee Bong from Okja and The Host. And he recently passed. And of course, he's the star of many Bong Joon-ho films, right? So he's gonna be missed for real.
Yes. Why is that not a surprise that it's an old Asian man that's your favorite old person? Should have seen that coming. My favorite old person, and I might be breaking the rule a little bit here, but it's a pair of old people, and it's Deanna Dunnigan and Peter McRobbie, who are Nana and Pop Pop from The Visit.
I knew it.
Those two motherfuckers are good. They're scary. They're good old people, man.
If you had to pick, which one?
Oh, definitely Nana, probably.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm Pop Pop.
You pop up? No.
Yeah.
Nana creeping under the
house.
The house, yeah. The porch, whatever, yeah, the house. That was hella scary. That was good. They're good. They're good.
My favorite section of that movie, I think we talked about a bit with Pop Pop, was when one of the kids went into the barn and Pop Pop was like choking on the barrel of a gun.
Yes.
And he's like,
I'm just cleaning it.
yeah. It's awesome. It's good stuff.
Our next award goes to the best death. What was the best way someone has died? And I've been looking out for this because after seeing this particular one that I'm giving the award to, it has amazed me. But my win is definitely Charlie's death in Hereditary. Not only is that the coolest way someone has died, the most brutal way someone has died, but the whole sequence is absolutely amazing. She's having an allergic reaction to eating whatever peanut she ate. Her brother's freaking out. He swerves some roadkill and then accidentally decapitates his sister. And then what the fuck do you do next?
That is a crazy death. There's no doubt about that. My award goes to a death that sort of happens off screen, but we see the midst of it, is when the mom eats her kid's brains in When Evil Lurks.
That's a good one. That was disturbing. That's a good one. That's a good one as well. I did want to give a shout out to the horse and Sisu. That was a good death.
That was crazy.
That was insane.
Our next award is for Best Animated Film. And my selection is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the second.
Good pick. Good pick. My award is going to the Super Mario Brothers movie.
I figured.
Yes, that was such a good movie. Why was it not at the Oscars? I will never know. But I will give a shout out to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. I thought that was very stylistically different and just chaotically old school. It was nice. The next award goes to favorite soundtrack or score. I broke this up into two. I'm giving the best score to Poor Things, but I'm giving the best soundtrack to Wonka.
Okay, I like that. Very nice selections. I, of course, did not do that because this was a slam dunk for my winner. My selection was Godzilla -1.
That was good, especially when he recharges. Man.
It's one of the most powerful instrumental pieces ever put to screen. And it's only at its best in Godzilla -1.
Yes.
The Godzilla theme. Our next award is for favorite foreign film. Specifically, I guess, non-American. Because we're here in America. My selection is Godzilla -1.
Good pick. I'm sorry. I picked two. I could not, for the life of me, decide between Okja and Society of the Snow. Two very different films, but very wonderfully made. Shout out to When Evil Lurks, though. The next award goes to the most conceited film. Who was full of themselves? And I'm giving this to Rebel Moon.
That's a good pick. My selection for this award is Sound of Freedom.
Also a good pick. I can't begin to tell you how many people said, you need to go watch this. You're going to cry. You're going to cry. Dude, I did not shed a tear.
I've never seen a movie that felt like the movie was so obsessed with its hero.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
That's a very good pick. Good job.
Our next award is a good one, too. For the biggest surprise. And my pick is Godzilla -1. But I wanted to shout out Amadeus. I was very surprised by Amadeus. I couldn't believe how good Amadeus was. I've been recommended it by several people, and it's just old enough. You're just like, I don't know. Old movies have a funny time with their aging, especially musically.
Yes.
So it's even more surprising. You know, it's on that cusp of when soundtracks started to blow up in the 80s. But Amadeus, yeah, shout out. But Godzilla, let's go.
I'm there with you. Godzilla -1 is also the biggest surprise. In two ways, really. It was the biggest surprise because I didn't know this was a film. I had no idea, absolutely. No clue whatsoever. And then we went to the movie theater to see that for my birthday. And I didn't know what we were going to go see. I thought we were going to go see something lame like Killers of the Flower Moon. But I'm very glad it was Godzilla. And that was the biggest surprise of my life. The next award goes to the best corporate cinematic universe film. And mine is definitely going to Flamin' Hot.
Oh, I was not sure where this was going for you. I was wondering how you'd interpret this.
Yeah, I had no idea how to interpret this. But that movie was fun. A little bit of a, Latino shout out. And it was very inspirational. I think Eva Longoria did a great job for her debut film.
Yeah, absolutely. My selection for the Best Corporate Cinematic Universe Award will have to be Ford versus Ferrari.
Great pick.
That's why I made this award.
So you can give it
so I can shout out Ford versus Ferrari.
All right.
And I was like, we covered several kind of corporate-esque movies.
Yeah, we did. We covered enough, for sure. Good pick.
All right, now my favorite award of the episode is for the worst film that we covered. And I thought about this for a long time. Probably more than any other award. And I got to give it to Strays. But I want to give a big shout out to Teenage Kraken.
Yes. Very good picks. I'm giving the award to Peter and Wendy.
That's a good one, yeah.
I don't have much to say besides, it sucked.
Especially coming out of David Lowery. I love A Ghost Story, or whatever it's called. Peter and Wendy is terrible.
It's trash. Although, shout out to Strays. Your pick. The next award goes to the most overrated film. And I'm picking Sunshine.
Sunshine. That's an interesting pick, yeah.
I don't know much besides you telling me that this was a very liked movie.
My selection is To Kill a Mockingbird.
That's a good one. I almost put that on my list.
It's definitely one of those movies that may have been something at the time, but like Mario 64, it just doesn't age well.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's an appreciation with its pioneering nature, of course, but when the dust has settled after almost 80 years, it's sort of a bad movie.
Yeah.
But I did want to give a shout out to 2023's own The Holdovers. Mega overrated.
Mega overrated. Although Paul is such a sweetheart that I wouldn't even begin to give it this sort of award.
Don't get me wrong, I liked The Holdovers quite a bit. I like Paul Giamatti's character a lot. I like the school setting and the grainy aesthetic and everything is fun. I think it's very good, but it's not that good. And it fucking stole Past Lives' original writing award.
Oh, I don't think it did. But all right. I am giving a shout out to Fight Club.
Oh, that's a good one. And our next award is for most underrated. And this one's obvious. Beau's Afraid. Where the fuck was Beau's Afraid at the Oscars and every other award celebration?
You know, nobody is inviting Joaquin Phoenix back to the Academy Awards.
That's an excellent movie.
That's a good pick. That's a very good pick. I didn't even think that far ahead. My award goes to The Pope's Exorcist.
Nice. Represent.
Yes, that was a really good movie. And why isn't it getting the love? I don't know. I do want to give a shout out to Brother Bear. If you go back and listen to our episode, there is a surprising amount of people, especially on Letterboxd, that rated it pretty high. I think the average rating was a 3.6, which is pretty high.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard the love in person.
It may have been one of those revisionist history things where we look back on Brother Bear and we're like, oh yeah, it's actually really great. But where were you motherfuckers 20 years ago?
Exactly. Also, another shout out to Countdown.
Oh my god.
Countdown has a 1.9 on Letterboxd.
Deserved.
It is not deserved. Not deserved at all. Just saying.
That's awesome. Good for you. Representing.
The next award goes to the best paced movie. And this is a definitely shoo-in. Oppenheimer.
Okay.
Mega shout out though to Perfect Days.
Okay. Interesting picks. I was not expecting that. I don't know what I was expecting, but
But not those.
Not those. Those are nice. My selection is 12 Angry Men.
Good pick.
Just how wonderful the energy changes across that movie is awesome. Like we talked about in that episode, the only flaw in that movie is its soundtrack. That soundtrack sucks. Every movie's soundtrack in the 50s, 60s suck. That is a wonderfully paced movie.
I agree.
All right. Our next award is for Most Beautiful Movie. And I didn't want to put too many descriptions in there. I wanted you just to kind of feel this out. Cinematographically, editing, people, I don't know, whatever you felt. And my selection for this is Decision to Leave. And just the way the story was handed to us. And
yeah, that makes sense for you to pick a non-romantic movie as most beautiful. Good pick. I took that into a different direction.
Good.
And I'm giving that award to Barbie. I think Barbie looked beautiful. The props were beautiful. The set designs were beautiful. And we had very beautiful people like Ryan Gosling. Shout out to Poor Things.
Yeah, of course.
The next award goes to your favorite movie. And we covered some really good movies. We covered some really good films. But nothing tops Godzilla -1. It's the perfect film. You got the drama. You got the score. You got the cinematography. You got the badass kaiju.
That one crossed my mind. I'm not going to lie. But my pick is Poor Things.
Lame. No, just kidding. That's also a very good pick. But of course, we all have our thing that we love watching in a film.
All right, now we're briefly going to discuss how many 4 stars, 4.5 stars, and 5 stars we gave out. How many 4 stars did you give out in our first year?
You're going to get a kick out of this. 15.
That's not bad.
That's not bad?
Yeah, that's respectable.
All right, good.
That's not too
much?
Yeah, that's not too diluted.
All right, good.
I gave out 11.
Oh, I'm surprised.
How many 4.5 stars, and what are they?
I gave out 6. 4.5 stars.
Not bad. I'm glad you're respecting the integrity of some kind of rating system.
I know, it was very hard.
I very much appreciate that.
Very hard to do. Poor Things, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, 12 Angry Men, Okja, Perfect Days, and What's Eating Gilbert Grape. And I think that's very reflective in my awards here.
I gave 4.5 stars. Hereditary, Beau's Afraid, Sorry to Bother You, and Godzilla -1. How many 5 stars did you give out, if any at all?
Let me just start off by saying that I really had to think about my 5 stars. And there were some changes made throughout our whole year. Just, trying to level out the fairness here and what really deserves what. So I only gave out 2 5 stars. Godzilla -1 and Jaws.
I thought you were going to say the first Godzilla.
That'd be funny.
Those are awesome picks.
Those are phenomenal movies. Nothing absolutely wrong with them. Great movies.
I gave out 1 5 star.
Can't wait to hear this.
And it's Poor Things.
Ah, that makes sense.
And if you're a regular listener, you probably already know that because I said that in that episode. But yeah, Poor Things is a great film.
Yeah, Poor Things is a great film. Made it to my 4.5. But there's just something there that I couldn't quite give it a 5. They just needed to throw in a big monster in there, I guess.
All right. That is all our awards for our anniversary episode. Thank you, man, for watching all these movies with me.
You're very welcome.
And covering them. It's, taking a lot of time. And thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have given us over these months. We look forward to watching mostly, hopefully, good movies moving forward. No Teenage Krakens.
We'll definitely have some Teenage Krakens thrown in there. I guarantee you.
But we look forward to another year of covering movies. Thank you guys so much. Remember, we post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Patreon at patreon.com/Filmistines, on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora. Remember to leave nice comments, thoughts, and ideas. Come request a movie. We appreciate all the support, man. We can't say it enough. Thank you guys. But until next time, take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of the Filmistines. Thanks for tuning in and joining us on our cinematic journey. We hope you enjoyed the discussion and gained some new insights and perspectives on the world of movies. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite platform, especially Patreon at patreon.com/Filmistines. And follow us on social media for more film-related content. We love hearing from our listeners, so if you have any feedback, suggestions, movie recommendations, or book recommendations, please feel free to reach out to us. Until next time, keep watching and keep loving the magic of movies. This is the Filmistines, signing off.